Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday the 28th of October. We have some new mods and we have, I think, 3 updates today. The updates are as follows. From left to right, the Meridia 200 by JAModding and Agro Tono has had an update. The update for that is adding a tandem. If you look at the top of the picture, it's a frame that allows you to connect 2 of those seeders together, so they're 5 meters wide, so you can hook 2 together and get a 10-meter seeder, which is pretty cool. The Lizard TVT35 by FarmSimWorld FS19, and the Garden Decking and Pool by ABP Ben M Mods, ABP ADub Modding has had an update. That update is added season support. It also says you can now put a cover over the pool, and the trigger is by the pool ladder. And you can now drain and refill the water from the pool, and there's a trigger by the hose pipe. All 3 of those have had updates today. Okay, in front of us we have got the Segway by FS19. It looks very much like the old Vespa scooter front end, Lambretta maybe, but definitely has that look about it, and it's a Segway. It's very cool looking. Loads of great detail on it. This will use 5.55 megabytes to download, 5 slots for the first one you should choose to get. You'll find it under vehicles, under miscellaneous. There you go, £2 to buy, 25 horsepower. Once it finally stands up, we can change the colour on it. Now we do have the Challenge Yellow, but we have metallics, mattes and satins in orange, red, white. The tan one looks almost gold, but that's a kind of nice look. We've got black as well, blue. Let's have a look at the metallic. Oh, that's the matte. And then we'll have a look at the metallic. Yeah, that's not... I do prefer the satins personally. So anything off that palette to choose from, we'll hop on, start the engine. It will go at 15 miles an hour. We do have a front light, like so. We do also have indicators. In-cab, if you want to call it that. It's an interesting little thing. There is a mirror down there. I did check it to see if it would... It's not that great. By the time you see what's in the mirror, you're right on top of whatever it is you're just about to hit. But yeah, I don't know, something a little bit quirky to add into the game, isn't it? The Segway, a little bit like the hoverboard and various different things we've had like this. This is the Segway by FS19. There's no horn actually as well. Did check that. Turn the engine off, jump off. Yeah, there you go. Interesting little mod to have. Moving on from that, we've got, now this is weird, it says the Lizard Music Menges by BGModding. It is in essence a log 3 point, I say trailer, so wrong word, container, transporter, carrier, however you want to refer to it. It only comes in this green. It does have 2 straps. You can probably put a pallet on there as well. In the Modhub it does say it's for logs, but this is 6.49 megabytes to download. It will use 7 slots, which seems like a fair amount. This you'll find under tools. I think this was under miscellaneous. Pretty sure it was. There we go, 2,500 to buy, and like I say, it comes in the green. That's how you get it. What we'll do, start this up. We can raise and lower by L1 and circle. This one doesn't have a function for manual tipping, so you can't manually manipulate this one. If I open up the help window, I've got no options at all, he says. By what I meant by tipping was the tilt. On some of these you get the tilt option, so you can tilt it forwards, backwards, raise and lower it manually. What it does have is this function, so you can tip. Tilt was the word I was trying to use, not tip. You can tip it, so whether you've got in it, you can tip. Like I say, straps on and off. Now, it doesn't have a capacity, so you can't kind of put grain and stuff in it, but logs and things are pretty fair game. So there you go, that's the Lizard Music Menges by BGModding. Moving on from that. Now this one potentially should have been on the updates today. It wasn't showing as an update on the website, but on the Modhub it said in the changelog console release or console ready. So potentially this is an update, but for all intents and purposes it's a new mod to console anyway. This is the Kverneland TS Drill 5M by Rafiki. It's 5.33 megabytes to download. It will use 10 slots. It is a cedar. Well, I'm just going to double check because in the Modhub it showed various different things. I'm using my side panel for this, so this aren't bouncing through. Oh, it just does the main crop types. It was difficult to tell if it did extra stuff or not. Main crop types, just close off that menu. But to unfold it, like so. Just thinking actually, this being 5 meters, with that mod today that was updated, the Meridia 200 by JModding and Agro Tono, that's got that spar beam that will connect 2 5-meter cedars together. That, oh mind you, is this a 3-point link though, isn't it? Yeah, might not work. Just thinking out loud. Now, opening cover, L1 and side on the D-pad, puts little steps down, opens the cover. You've got the fertiliser box in yellow at the front, seed on the back. Close that up. Actually I do need to open, because what we also have, L1 and up on the D-pad is ridge markers, ridge marker left, ridge marker right, or ridge markers off. Start it up, drop it down, and away we go. Lots of movement on the hoses. Nice indeed. Now weirdly, that's not letting me turn it off. Right, L1 and square. Ah. Right, so if you start to, I thought I'd turned it off before I started to fold it. If you start to fold it while it's still on, it wouldn't switch off. How peculiar. Right, this you'll find under tools, under cedars. There we go, 39,500 to buy. Requires 130 horsepower. It'll run at 6 miles per hour, 5 meter width, and like I say, 10 slots for that. There are no options on colour or anything like that. It's Kverneland. But we have got an extension on the tank, so standard tank size is 1,700, or we can have the big tank, which takes us to 1,950, like so. There we go. Right, moving on from that, we have got, this is the Subsoiler Lizard 5 rods. This is by Conta Comigo modding. I think it's only about 1.9, something like that. 1.9 meter subsoiler, so it will give you the ploughed. It will change it to a ploughed state, but it will give you the cultivated look. Well, generally speaking, that's what subsoilers do. So yeah, there we go. So whilst it's giving you the cultivated look, the subsoiler part of it is giving you the ploughed state. Now this one, I think as well, only comes in this colour. I don't think there's any other options on this one. Nicely detailed. Even down to the detail on that decal sticker on the side. Not really any blurring. When you get really close to it, you can read all the words on that. It's amazing. Very good. Same with this side. This you'll find under tools, under subsoilers, 7,000 to buy. Yeah, 1.6 metre. So it's 1.6 metre, runs at 7 miles per hour and requires 75 horsepower. That's 3.76 megabytes on the download on that. It's fairly high. Did I say what the Kverneland TS drill seeder was for megabytes? That was 5.33 megabytes. I'm sure I did mention it, but anyway. So, Subsoiler, Lizard, 5 rods, Conta Comigo, modding. Moving on from there, we have got this. This is the MR. The MR by Holzs FS. It's HOLZS FS. This says it is a grazing brush cutter. A mower for all intents and purposes. Again, nice bit of detail on that. It's not particularly wide. I can't remember what it was now. We'll have a double check of that. This is 3.31 megabytes to download, 7 slots for console. You'll find it under tools, under mowers. 3.2 meters. 3.2 meter mower, requiring 80 horsepower, runs at 13 miles per hour. Options available. We can change the main colour from red to green to blue to yellow. Let's hook it up. This will actually mow front or back. I did bring it down on the front because I was bringing down 2 implements at a time. If you do put it on the front, you're going to want a rear weight because it was a little bit heavy on the front. If we turn it on, and then away we go. It mows, does exactly what it should do. The MR, as you can see, I did a bit of a test there already. I'm going to go back a couple of times because I need to use the windrow, which is the next mod. So there you go, that's by Holzs FS. Mods are fairly straightforward today. It's quite nice, isn't it? Having some straightforward mods. Nothing too complicated, nothing too confusing. Fairly straightforward. Next up, we've got the Krone Swadro 900. This is by WhiteBull Modding. When I first saw this in the Modhub, I thought it was a reskin, but it's well, it could be a reskin of another mod. I thought it was a reskin of the standard in-game, one of the standard in-game windrows, but it's not. I did have a quick check on that. So this will use 9.24 megabytes to download, 7 slots on console. You will find this under windrowers. So I thought it was a reskin of that, the Kuhn GA9531, but it's not. It's a different look entirely. As you can see, it's thinner, stands taller. There's a lot less stuff going on. That one is a 9.3. This one's a 9, I think. Yeah, 9 meter. 55 horsepower required to run it. It will run at 12 miles per hour. There are no options available. You get what you get. Now, this did say, when I was reading this in the Modhub, has adaptable component that allow you to work on uneven surfaces. I did wonder whether that meant you could manually lift or move either side, but I haven't been able to find a control that allows for that. So if we just unfold the windrower, turn it on, drop it down, animation smooth, does what it should do. Run it out and it windrows out to 9 meters, which is what it's designed to do. Like I said, very straightforward today. So that's the Krone Swadro 900 by WhiteBull Modding. Moving on from there, we've got the homemade small trailer. This is by TomSky and PicerPL, and this is a diddy little trailer. I think it's standard configuration 2,000 litres in the slightly raised section 1, 2,500. We can change the main colour and we can do the rims It does have a rear trailer hitch on this as well, and I did bring myself over another trailer to see if it would work, and it does. I think it only works on the pin hitch trailers, with the ones with the hole in the middle, not the ball hitch trailers. That being said, I haven't tried, but it is a pin hitch on the back, and it does definitely hook up to one of those. And I suppose it will also hook up to other versions of this particular trailer. It does have straps as well inside, like so, for putting other things in. So if you don't want to put a load in, but you want to put pallets or something like that, you absolutely can. This you'll find under tools, under trailers. There we go, 5,500. It's 5.17 megabytes to download, 4 slots for the first one. It will take all of those crop types along the bottom. Like I say, 2,500 litres in the largest size. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. So if we go for red, for example. Rim colour, again, anything on that palette, like so. There's no tyre options. That's what you get, just like that. Then we can have capacity of 2,000 litres. 2,500 with the kind of wooden boarded sides, or you can have the same colour as the trailer. So side sections are that, and then back to 2,000 again. Those are your options. We do have the option. It does have lights. Actually, I didn't show the lights on the Swadro. It does have lights on that, sorry. Indicators on the back. Turn the lights off. Now we can do tip side back. It doesn't tip up, it just opens and stuff comes out. We can go tip side right. I've done the indicators again, like so. And tip side left, like so. Like I say, it will hook up to other trailers. It is very small. I mean, it's, I suppose, only designed for very small tractors, but depends what you want to be moving around with it. So let's try to move it. It's so much harder when it's a very small trailer, but there you go. It will hook up to other trailers if you want it to. There you go. That's the homemade small trailer by TomSky PicerPL. Engine off. Hop out. So moving on from that, we have got a couple of buildings today. We've got the concrete block garage by Kafar, which is this one here. The concrete block garage will use 4.72 megabytes to download, 12 slots. There's a fair bit of detail on this one actually. I'm probably going to open that up again in a minute. What I do like, we've got either end, we've got doors that open, so you can use it as a drive through that way if you wanted to. We've got some smaller doors on this side, but then we've also got some larger ones at this end as well. All the doors open, as you can see. Nice texturing. There are a few bits and bobs scattered around inside as well, hence probably why it's a 12 slot on console. I suppose if you didn't have all those bits and bobs it might be a little bit less. We do have lights, like so, and the small side door does open too. Now I don't think that is actually a tool point, so it's not a repair shop. I don't think it hasn't got a symbol for it, but what I will do is bring the tractor over just in case. I don't want to miss it and find out it was actually a workshop point. I think they're just there for decoration, but it doesn't hurt to check, does it? There's nothing coming up, so I'm pressing L3. I think they are just there for decoration, but like I say, it doesn't hurt to check, does it? Now the outside lights, I assume, come on at night automatically, because I did the light switch, but only the interior lights come on. There is an outside light there. Don't think there's any on the front though. But anyway, this you'll find under placeables, under sheds. There we go, 20,000 to buy, and like I said, it will use 12 slots. Next up, from there, the last of the mods for today. It's the Old Grain Storages Pack by Camelos0397. Now it does say Old Grain Storages Pack on the website Modhub. When you go into the store to buy it, it comes up as PGR Grain Storage. But it is the same buildings. There are 4 in this pack. We've got 2 with kind of brick design, one with a very large open door opening, and then the next one with a smaller, more barn door look to it. And then we've got the third one is a more concrete block one rather than brickwork, again with a big door. Then the next one is kind of a painted one with red roof and again a large door. These run at slots 26 for that one on the end, 24 slots for that one, 22 slots for that one, and 14 for that one, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure why that one's so much less. Odd, isn't it? I suppose the brick ones will do because of the texturing, because of the brickwork and stuff like that, so I guess that's probably why. To download this Grain Storages pack is 16.72 megabytes. These you'll find under sheds, under placeables, under sheds. Now they are all 14 by 37 metres, but weirdly when I placed them they did seem to be slightly different sizes. They looked like one was higher. The ones with the larger doors seemed to be a little bit higher than that one there that had the smaller door. Maybe I was just imagining it, but 35 grand, 32 grand, 36 grand and 40 grand to buy respectively. And when we go into each one, like so, like I say, detailing is fantastic, nice texturing. We do have light switches up on the side here, so you can see the wood panelling a little bit better from inside, so you can see why. I mean, yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. Concrete section at the bottom, brickwork, all the wood, looks like wood. Plus it's drive-through. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there we go, just took a little while. But the door at the back is smaller than the door at the front. So if you are going to drive something through, check it before to make sure you can get all the way through. Each one is exactly the same with regard to lights. That one's got a slightly different door with door latch, but we do have lights in the middle, and each one does have a door, smaller door here as well. Like so. And the same with the end one. And that, as far as I can tell, that's it for today. That's the mods. I hope you found this useful and informative. Oh, actually, before I finish, that reminds me, sorry, before you all rush off, and some of you may already have done by now, I fell foul of YouTube's wrath yesterday. On yesterday's Modhub, my video I got in trouble because apparently there was frequent profanity and bad language used throughout. If you wouldn't mind, if you watched the video, my mod review yesterday, could you just pop in the comments to let me know, did I swear at any point in that video? And if you haven't watched it, jump on and watch it, and same thing, leave a comment in this one to let me know, did I swear? I know there was one word I used which was actually the name of one of the mods, which I'm not going to use because this one will get probably clobbered again. It was the mod by Mapper's Paradise, and they were hydraulic that came up out of the ground. I'm not going to use the word because now weirdly it did say that it had been reviewed manually, which means by an actual person, and was still found. I've been through the comments on the video for yesterday. Nobody has commented to say, can't believe you swore. So I'm absolutely baffled by that. But if you don't mind, have a quick look. If you've already had a look and you didn't notice anything untoward, just let me know in the comments because I'm puzzled by that one. But anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.